This section of this LP is dedicated to one who looks after and protects me. This truck. I call this truck after a truck I met in college. I'll never forget that night. Or how I explained the resultant injuries to the A&E doctor the next day.
Well, I think that's enough of that bullshit. I'm Evil Tim, and let's play Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. Let's play Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. We are in Villa. And firstly, a pointless retcon. Here lies the lord of this mansion, Master Aldry. You see a switch. Do you wish to press it? No. Right, this is a puzzle that we're going to solve later, because I'm doing this level in what is reasonably approaching the right order, just so you can see what a load of bullshit it is. Alright, let's check this out. Here lies my beloved son Henry. You see a switch. They've all got switches on them. Isn't that odd? It's almost like it's some sort of puzzle. This is a zombie. He's a new enemy. He's got the vampire pain sound effect for some goddamn reason. It takes about one hit. He's pretty hopeless, really. This is the puzzle clue. Some words carved on the tombstone. Beneath the fountain, the stone pillar sleeps. No, it doesn't. The one who solves will be led to the top. Solve the puzzle to get the treasure. I can really see why they put that tombstone there. Alright, and this is the last one here. It is the one that had the moon card in it before, but now has a glittery switch instead, and here come some more of these zombies to try and defeat us, but they're useless, and so they can't defeat us. Alright, and this one, I actually found out something I didn't know about here, which is that you can hit that and it will give you a roast beef. Why, thank you. I don't know if that's there in 64. I'll have to check it when I do my run as Reinhardt. It will be fascinating, I'm sure. You will all enjoy it. Right, and in here we have a place to test out our nice new level 3 cross, because we're going to be attacked by that same vampire who was in the original. I guess he doesn't learn. I also guess that when those vampires turn into bats, they aren't killed after all. I don't know, really. There's no real method of determining it, being as, this is the only Castlevania game that really has minor vampires in it, so there's not really anything to go on regarding them. But I'm going to say they are killed, because it makes something else later on much funnier. Anyway, we're going to smash these up, and then we go somewhere near the stairs, and out he comes. Crash, I am the Fly. No, you're not even Jeff Goldblum. I am Jeff Goldblum, you'll see. No, you're not. Look, you don't look like Jeff Goldblum at all. Don't make me angry. I am. Come here, I'll show you. No, you won't. Take this, and Jesus Christ. Yes, that is the level 3 cross. It is absolutely ridiculous, and it deals with pretty much everything right off the bat. It kills the boss of this stage almost as quickly, and here is another one of these nice missable things that depends on you smashing up absolutely everything in your path. The archive key. That will get us the puzzle clue for outside. That's actually the only use for it. If you already know the puzzle solution, you can do it straight off the bat. Pretty much everything else here is where it was before. But we are going to go, rather than actually going straight for the end of the level, we're going to go to the Rose Garden first, because the thing written on the door is one of the daftest things in the series. It's great, you'll see. And first we'll smash this up again for another nice full screen dissolve effect. There we go. And we'll pick up the stuff again, most of which has fallen off the stairs for some reason. Yep, that's a nice cooperative camera we got there. Right, so here we go, got that, and the cure disappears because I was confused by its tactics. Curse you, cure. We'll get you later. We'll get plenty of cures, because we're going to meet Renon again. Now, to forestall anyone's disappointment, no, they haven't changed Renon's text, so I'm going to skip most of that cutscene, because to be honest, it would be belabouring the joke if I did it again. The door at Rose Garden is locked. Perhaps the key for opening the Rose Garden door lies deep within the maze. How do you know there's a maze, Cornell? You've never been here. I assume that every building I visit has a maze. I'm frequently disappointed, but this time I'm right, I'm sure of it, because otherwise there's no way I can open that bloody door. He has a point, people, he has a point. Anyway, this is the doorway out of the maze. Now, the maze is the most tedious portion of this level, largely because there is no music in it, and it takes quite a while. So what I have done is I have added in some music, and I have added in music that is appropriately cheesy for this level. So, unless you have a high cheese tolerance, I would suggest you turn it down a little. But you'll like it if you do. Oh yes, it's the cheesiest goddamn music I could find. So, through into the darkness, which becomes the garden for some reason. It's a door we don't go out of normally, so we'll open this up, and you're going to see something extremely silly. Right, it's actually sillier than these skeletons on motorbikes, which is amazing. And I'm sure all of you are now shaking your heads in disbelief and saying, no, Evil Tim, it can't possibly be sillier than skeletons on motorbikes. It's like that time that you said there was something more awesome than a giant robot headbutt. And yes, I know, I was wrong then. There's nothing more awesome than a giant robot headbutt, but this is sillier than skeletons on motorbikes. You will see it. It will be wondrous. Alright, so we deal with this second skeleton on a motorbike. We get a ridiculous quantity of treasure for doing so. I guess they're trying to make up for the lack of item drops or something. I really don't understand it. But as You know, they have the regular skeletons drop less, but then when they do drop stuff, they drop more. It's insanity. It really is. It's just anarchy and craziness. So there we go. What is sillier than a skeleton on a motorbike? It is 2 skeletons on a motorbike and sidecar with a mounted machine gun. They really pushed the boat out for this, didn't they? And anyway, so they're now staying still, but when we throw that and kill that guy, the other part of it drives off and explodes. Not safe for the passenger, really. But extremely daft. So, now we've got to run the entire garden maze right up to the opposite end of it, which is guarded by an actual real pillar of bones for once. You'll see, it's not that impressive. And then we have got to run all the way back through it. I know actually cut the run back through it, but not the run this way, because this way shows us another one of the extremely unfair and stupid little side quests they've thrown in here. You'll see that in a moment, but firstly we're going to grab ourselves some gold. Alright, then we make our way back along this nice foggy corridor. There's quite a few new enemies lurking around in the maze on the way in and on the way back. As we saw, we have the ridiculous World War II German motorcycle and sidecar with mounted MG. And you wonder why Dracula's legions are pissing around with bone clubs if they've got that sort of hardware, but let's not try and talk sense into this game. Alright, we've got, well, if we can actually pick it up. You have to stand to the side of this to pick it up for some reason. We've got Crest Half B. Now that is one huge fuck you at the end of the level. You actually need the 2 halves of an emblem. Yes, there are emblems worming their way into this game now, as if it's fucking Resident Evil. In order to open the final door that leads down to the boss. You don't have them, and the first time the game is going to tell you that you need them is when you actually reach the fucking door. And of course there's no clue that they are anywhere. If you remember the lens flare, which was on top of the fountain, that is the other half of the emblem. And again, there's no clue that it's there, or that you need it. It's marvellous, it really is. So, unless you're obsessively destroying absolutely everything, including torches at the top of fucking weird flights of stairs, you're not going to find out about that pointless dead end. The guy back there was a mud man. He gobs poisonous mud at you that poisons you if it hits you, weirdly enough. And here's another little thing here. The sign on the door says Ironthorn Fence. The door is locked. When morning sunlight reflects off a red rose, the enclosed jewel should be set free. Red roses. I wonder where those are. Yeah, it's a backtracking quest. You gotta love them. Do you want to know what the worst part of all this is? We're going to have to come in here again afterwards. It's going to be even worse. I'll save that for when it happens, but rest assured, this is the tip of the iceberg as far as the stupidity of this level is concerned. They add in something which has no place in any game, let alone in this one. But first we're going to have to beat up another motorcycle. You need to be destroyed. No, I don't. I'm going to cruise slowly past you and then lean out and damn you. Damn you, Cornell. Thinking past my tactics. Dracula's Legions of the Damned, for some reason, get significantly less diverse in between the 2 games, despite that one is set after the other. I'm really not sure why. Maybe we killed off all of these brand new and wonderful creatures, but anyway, we've got something here. Well, honestly, what do you think it was going to be? They just stacked 3 of them on top of each other. It's quite hard to deal with, really, but we're going to deal with it anyway by the measure of getting hit a lot. Well, hey, take that, you. You're out of it. And they drop down when you kill the bottom one, as you might expect them to. And that one's out. And this one's going to breathe fire uselessly, because it's out of range. And we'll steal all their shit for that. Right, and this is what we came in here for. This is why we ran that whole goddamn length of the maze. It's the Rose Garden key! Huzzah! Right, we can actually get out of here now. First I'm going to show you what's up this way. It's the little doorway that leads to the place where we went through with Malice ages ago in the other section of the LP, if you remember that. Here we go, there's that door, and now we're going to transition away so that we can cut out most of this tedious traipsing back through the maze again. Here we go! And here's the new enemy we meet on the way back. It is snakes. Well, why not? We've got Medusa in this game, so we might as well throw some snakes in the maze here while we're at it. And I will not make any snakes in the plane jokes because they are too goddamn easy. I won't. Alright, so round here we've got another mudman. He is regenerated, so we'll beat him up again before he poisons us because he's naughty. Take that. And for some reason he dies a lot easier at night. The day-night mechanic seems to have been drastically geared down since Castlevania 64, where it made a hell of a lot of difference. It really doesn't make much difference at all anymore. So we are free from the horrors of being attacked by ridiculously strong skeletons now. Well, let's make our way back down here. I'm not sure if the motorbikes are back here or not, actually. It'll be a surprise for me, much as it is for you, but they're not, so let's continue. God damn, this is a long road. The reason this road is actually so long is that in hard mode, if I remember correctly, the gardener will actually jump over here and be a sort of little bit of a mini-boss for Carrie and Reinhardt, but not here. Firstly, because we're not in hard mode, and secondly, because we're not Carrie or Reinhardt. It's one of Cornell's problems, you see. He isn't the wrong people. Anyway, we've actually come to an end of this section now.